I'm stepping aside a little bit from my plastic creations, and I'm going to one of my real loves, and that is stenciling. And as you can see, I've got stencils here, and I'm going to focus on stenciling for journals and collage. I've got all different kinds of stencils here. Some of these projects are primarily spray stencils. And I'll show that to you after we go through this, how I got this. But this I did with food coloring. And it's, as you can see, it'll be nice for collage or a journal, just to make a pocket or a background or just part of a background. And different papers will receive this spray differently. This was done with coffee for the first coat, and then food coloring for the bees and the dragonflies, or just to make something that looked kind of aged. This one is perfect for a background in a journal, and it's done on the back of some 12 by 12 paper. And this 12 by 12 paper really takes the stenciling well, and the spray stenciling well. This is just some of the refuse from stenciling, but I thought it was kind of interesting. I might be able to tear it into some shape for a cluster of some kind. We're going to do some of this today. I did these bricks, and that's what I'm going to demonstrate for you in a minute or two. But I did these bricks with the spray method, and then I made a shadow, and then with my acrylics I came back and did a harder stencil, which covers it up and gives it the look of a shadow. I think that's kind of neat. This is paper from an old atlas, and as you can see, I did the kind of the fern looking stencil on this one, and even on the other side it's kind of neat for collaging or journaling, you know, adding something to this to make it more interesting. This one is my favorite. This is just all kinds of stenciling, watery stenciling. This was green, just green food coloring. And this was a bunch of different colors of food coloring. But I like this, and I'm going to save it and try to use it for something special. I just really like that one. More bricks from this paper that I'll be showing you later when I do these. Well, I did these bricks already, but I think I will put that at the end of this at the end of this section of the reel, so you can see how I did them. Because I love this. We got a package with something, I forget what it was, but it had miles and miles of this great paper on it, and I was really excited. It doesn't take much to make me happy. These are other scraps, other stenciling scraps. This is a little stenciled bee, bumblebee. No, that's not a bumblebee, honeybee. Honeybee, okay. More scraps. This is going to go in the journal. I'm going to make some of that journal today. And it's on the other side of this paper. And it's like I said, this 12 by 12, this is from the Paper Studio, but it's really receptive to this kind of stenciling. So I'm going to be working with some of these pieces of paper today in a collage, and I'll demonstrate some of the stenciling I'm going to do. And stay with me, because this is really a fun project. There's nothing better than stenciling. Okay, here's an example of one I sprayed, and then I laid, once this was wet, I put the reverse on the top of it, and I'm just going to show you how that can work. Okay, this is the wet one. I just sprayed this, and so now, since it is wet, and since this is just kind of an abstract, fun way to do stuff, I'm putting this on top. I'm going to press it down really well with this one and see what we pick up. Okay, pardon me, something fell on the floor. Okay, so we've got this, which is kind of nice. And so, if we want to add a little more to it, we can now maybe do, let's just say, a brown spray. Okay. See how that came out. Okay, we've got a spray there. And what else might we do? Let's just say we want to add a little something else to it to make it more interesting. Let's go with this again. Hold it down. Oops. Okay. All right. So we've got lots going on here, and if we want to just kind of make it an overall aged, we can just kind of spray the whole thing with a little. And once it dries, it'll make a nice background for something. So it doesn't take it too long to dry. But this is the kind of thing that we can do. And then we could use these however we would like to in our journals or in our collages. Let me see. Let me put this down. I'm going to do one more. With a different stencil. Okay. Let's see. With a different stencil. But first, since I've got this here, I might as well go ahead and use this. And smooth it down. See what we get. Oh, okay. There we go. If we want to cross it down, I don't know, we might not have enough. Okay, if we want to cross it down like that, we could add a little brown, a little more coffee. Because the first one was just, there we go. Let's see what we've got. Oh, that's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. So these, all right, now I've got a puddle over here, and I'm just going to kind of do a little bit of puddle dashing. And then we've got something kind of nice and abstract again. And if we just want to age it, we can continue and just give it an overall spray. So there we go, number 3. And I've decided to make about, let me see, 28 page, I think that's what I counted, 28 page journal. And it'll be themed with stencils, which means that most, if not all, the pages will have some kind of stenciling on them. So I'm going to start out on this page doing a collage with this horrible, horrible paper as background, but we'll see where we can go with it. I have made a little pocket out of this stenciled paper. And I just folded the bottom, actually folded it twice, folded the back so it can kind of poof out a little bit in the front. And I have put a magnet here. So I'm going to lay this out and look at it. Again, I kind of laid it out once, but I wanted to be sure that I liked it. Okay, and I have attached a flower, actually from Tim Holtz's flower collection, flower and paper collection. So we've got that, and then also from his collection, another flower that I have just cut in half because I thought it would kind of be nice to go around the sides of this. Kind of around the sides. And the kind of for this page, this will have no other theme except stenciling. So some of the pages might be, I don't know, cheerful, and some of them might be advertisements, whatever comes across my mind, because this will just be a personal journal for me. I do not sell on Etsy or anything like that. So let's put this one right here. And let's see how that works. And I found this adorable little girl in the Tim Holtz cutout collection. And it seems that she's doing exactly what she loves. So maybe put her here. Let's see if we like this here. And this was The Diary of Adam and Eve out of an old book by Mark Twain. Let's see. Okay. I think I had kind of decided to cover this up and maybe put, this is, I'm not sure. Well, this little, okay. Let's see. If we lay this out like this, maybe, and put a little flower in between to just kind of carry up those other flowers. Let me move this and see what I think. Maybe right here. Okay. All right. I did kind of lay this out before. I don't know if I need something behind her to make her stand out a little bit more. Of course, she already stands out a lot because she's just so full of life. This is a happy child. I don't know. I don't think I need anything. Well, let me see. It might be nice to have a little something behind her. Let me see, because the page is so dark. Let me see what'll happen if I maybe let me see what'll happen if I just could just around her head, I think would be something nice. Or do I want to just brighten up the whole area? Let's see. Doing collages is, you just gotta keep thinking, what do I want to do next? This would, we got this big bee right here. I guess we could, I could tear out the bee, but then maybe I want to use him for something else. Let's see. Let's think. Oh, she's kind of, well, okay. Let me see if I tear out this bee. I love this bee, but let's see. I can make another one. I got a stencil for him. Let's see. Tear out him. Because, like I said, the paper is so dark. And he's got his wings spread, and she's got her little wings spread. So we'll just see what happens. It'll either work or it won't. And if it doesn't, well, in the words of Pam from Paper Outpost, it's just paper. Let's see, okay. I've got another bee. In case you haven't noticed, I do like bees. I don't get stung too often. Got stung last summer, though. I think I was walking along, and the bee was, I was minding my business. She was minding her business, but her business ran into my foot, and she didn't understand, and I didn't know to get out of her way, and so I got stung. And it had swelling and it hurt for a few days, but I felt bad for her because I try not to get in the way of the bees. They have important work to do. Okay, now let's see what happens if we put this here. This here and her there. Nah, I think we lose too much of the bee. I should have left him where he was. But I can probably use him for something else. I will go back to the arrangement I had, and I will glue it down, and I'll come right back. Okie doke, I've got her all glued down, and I add this spray, it spits. I don't know if it's a bad can or what, but it just has not been a good experience for me. So, okay, in this little book, I now have one collage. I've got some bricks I'll work with later. And this is going to be my midsection. So what I'm going to do is brighten this up and lighten it up a little bit and use this as a shadow. So I'm going to get that same stencil and stencil over it so it stands out a little bit and looks like a shadow. So let me grab that stencil and I'll be right back. Okay, I've moved the rest of the pages up, and this will be pockets when I'm finally done with it. But for now, I'm going to concentrate on making this so it looks like it's kind of a shadow, like I did with the leaf that I showed you a little bit ago. All right, so we'll just put it maybe up here a little bit. And we want to make sure we line it up. Let me, so you can see better. Okay, so this is what we have to start out with. And then I'm just going to put this just a little ahead of it and make sure it's lined up. So it just kind of looks like a shadow. So the gray part eventually just kind of looks like a shadow. And I'm going to tape it down a little bit so things don't go badly amiss. Okay. I always keep painter's tape close. It is my best friend. Has saved me from many a mishap. Oh, hold on, let me be sure I have it. Okay. I hope you can see that. Okay. All right. Looks about right, and we'll see how it comes out. Now I'm mixing a little white. Okay, the bike is finished, and as you can see, it kind of, the spray stenciling is kind of acts like a shadow. It just gives this a little more life. And then when I get ready to fold this up for the pockets, it'll just be kind of a nice center page. And who knows, I might put some embellishments around. Or, I don't know, I might not. It's relatively pleasing as it is. So, that's our center page. And as I go along, I will probably put a few more collages in, and some writing space, and of course some more stenciling. But for today, that's about all I'm going to do. And next week, I'll do a little bit more on this little stencil, stencil-based journal. I haven't decided what I'm going to do for the cover yet. I'll decide about that later. All right. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a like and consider subscribing. But I'll be here either way. Bye-bye. Have a good day.